cat, I will smash her window.
Okay, so there you go. All right, so we are going to take another break. We probably will not have a 2-hour show today. We probably will have another the continuance of the show for maybe another 20 minutes to a half an hour, just simply because it's just really just me and Aaron. But we do have a lot of stuff to go over. I definitely want to talk about the World Cup. If you haven't been watching the World Cup, I don't care if you don't watch soccer or not. Let me tell you, it is, to me, I think it is one of the most exciting sport out there of the world. Everyone in the world watches it. I think the United States needs to be more involved in soccer.
I get tired just watching them.
And that's something that we definitely want to talk about. I definitely want to talk about predictions on who I think is going to win the World Cup. I want to talk about LeBron James, who rumor has it, reports are coming in that he might be going out west. The Bruins have also been doing some dealings as well. The draft is upon us, and the Celtics are doing some stuff. Looks like Jason Tatum, I guess, is a free agent, and I guess he's going to be leaving and stuff. I mean, ultimately, it all happens. It was bound to happen. But the biggest story right now, I guess, is LeBron James leaving the Cleveland Cavaliers for another team, and we'll talk about that too when we come back. We're going to have some more stuff coming up on the Common Sense New Hampshire show. It's Erin. Erin's here, the boss lady, the voice of Common Sense. My name is Bernie, and again, our phone number is 603-217-5400. When we come back, again, we'll have some sports and some other topics too. We'll be back.
Did you know that more than 3 million people in the U.S. are living with chronic hepatitis C? But as many as 75% don't know they're infected? Hepatitis C can affect anyone, but those born from 1945 through 1965 have the highest rates of this disease, and many don't know how or when they got infected. So what is hepatitis C? It's a serious liver disease caused by the hepatitis C virus. Many people can live with hepatitis C for decades without ever having symptoms or feeling sick. But over time, chronic hepatitis C can lead to severe health problems, including liver damage and liver failure. In fact, hepatitis C is a leading cause of liver cancer. In the past, hepatitis C was not typically included in routine blood tests. But if you were born from 1945 through 1965, the CDC now recommends that you get a blood test for hepatitis C as part of your standard medical care. Getting tested is the only way to know if you have hepatitis C. So talk to your doctor and find out if you have hepatitis C. It could save your life. No more.
I'm Barbara Favola. I'm chair of the Arlington County Board, and I'm a breast cancer survivor. In the summer of 2008, I was diagnosed with breast cancer, and it was detected through a mammogram. I have been cancer-free for a year. Breast cancer now is not the doom and gloom diagnosis it used to be. Over 70% of breast cancer cases are first identified by women themselves doing self-examinations. More than 90% of breast cancer patients live at least 5 years or longer. Women can take charge of their health by doing their own self-examination, and if you catch it early, your prognosis for a healthy outcome is just so much greater. I hope you hear this message, I hope you act on this message, and I hope you give yourself a long, healthy life.
And the Common Sense New Hampshire show is brought to you by PDS. I wish Mad Mike was here for saying Precision Delivery Solutions out of Hooksett. I'm not sure exactly what's going on, but I can at least tell you the detail end of it, and I think Aaron can probably mention this too before I play our sponsor's spot commercial. The strike in Rhode Island is over, from my understanding. Things are back.
That's what I understand.
Things are resuming back to normal. That's why Mike is on vacation up north, and he's back in New Hampshire and stuff, and things are going to flow normally and stuff. And I'm just glad that there's a resolution, and things are going to be great for the summer coming up. So here's Phil Polk. Phil Polk.
Phil Palker.
Thank you very much for that. Again, PDS, Precision Delivery Solutions.
This is Philip Palker from Precision Delivery Solutions. I'm the president and owner of the corporation. We are a truckload carrier regionally based in the Northeast, currently looking for qualified CDL drivers with top pay and benefits for this area. We urge you to give us a call at 1-800-639-3095, extension 1020. That is 1-800-639-3095, extension 1020. We look forward to hearing from you folks. We are the future of transportation.
Bud Light presents Real Men of Genius.
Real men of genius.
Today we salute you, Mr. Overzealous foul ball catcher.
Mr. Overzealous foul ball catcher.
You're nowhere close to that foul ball heading for the bleachers. Who cares? You're going for it.
That ball's mine.
Hot dog vendors, old ladies, infants. You mow them over like a diesel-powered combine.
Yeah!
Ashamed of your souvenir fervor? Hardly. You scratch and gouge your way to the ball like a bloodthirsty wolverine.
You're a feisty rodent.
So crack open an ice cold Bud Light, Mr. Bully of the Bleachers. Because why pay for a souvenir when you can fight for one?
Mr. Overzealous foul ball catcher.
Bud Light Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
Welcome back to Common Sense New Hampshire, 603-217-5400. And I've mentioned this on the show many times. Don't forget, we do have our social media accounts. Just look up Common Sense New Hampshire. You can either do it one word, or you can do it 3 separate words, or you can even do it 2. What I mean is, if you can do Common Sense NH, Common Sense New Hampshire, Common Sense as one word, NH, you'll be able to find us. Just look for that little white icon with the light bulb on there, and you can find our pages on that too. We're everywhere: Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, you name it. We have it all up. So if there's something that you want to comment on what we are talking about today, or what we've already covered, again, please let us know. And if you want to talk to us live, you can do that as well. 603-217-5400. All right, so let's talk about sports. So it looks like the official announcement is going to be coming out, in which LeBron James is going to be leaving the Cleveland Cavaliers and going over to Magic Johnson's team of the Los Angeles Lakers. Here's what I have to say. You cannot just have LeBron James on a team where I guess what I'm trying to say is, you cannot have LeBron James with the existing team that the Lakers have right now. Here's why. We all know LeBron James is a dynamic player, but there's a reason why people call him the king. And let me tell you one thing right now. I love the guy and I hate the guy. He's great at his at what he does. He's a great basketball player. It's still out there that is he best? Is he better than, the Dr. Julius Irvings of the world, the Larry Birds, the Michael Jordans? I don't know. I can't speak to that. We can talk about stats all we want. However, this gentleman is he's arrogant. He he thinks it's all about him. He thinks that every single time a person touches him while he has the ball, he should be called for a foul. And this is the
He's
reason
a pansy.
he can be, and sometimes he is. And here's the other thing: a lot of people don't want to play with LeBron James because of who he is and what he is and how he plays. This is my personal opinion. Just like the sports shows in Boston and Philly and everywhere else, this is the problem that I have with LeBron James. I think if he played with a different type of mentality, if they brought in certain players that could play with his type of style, I think maybe, just maybe, the Los Angeles Lakers will have a chance to beat the Golden State Warriors right now. The Golden State Warriors right now, I'm thinking dynasty. A lot of people going, no way. Let me tell you one thing right now. They have it together. They can play, okay? There's nothing stopping this team. They are great. They've been great for the past 5 years, and I don't think they're going to be slowing down. You don't hear any trade rumors right now with the Golden State Warriors. Who would ever thought? If you guys remember in the 70s and the 80s, the Golden State Warriors were like the redheaded stepchild of the NBA. There was that bad team that every time that they would play Golden State, it was, this was going to be an easy win. Now they're undefeatable. This is a team that you want to watch all the time. When I get excited every time the Celtics play against Golden State because I know it's going to turn out to be a great game, whether they win or lose. And again, the West is going to be something to watch for. I want to see what happens when LeBron James goes over to the Lakers. Who's going to stay? Who's not going to stay? Who's going to come on board? Magic Johnson, hey, more power to you. You just got to make sure that the right team players are there for him to succeed in Los Angeles. And not only that, but you have to make sure that you are able to compete with some of the East Coast teams out here, like Philadelphia, like the Celtics. Okay, Cleveland will still be a formidable team as well. I think you're going to see some moves, and I think you're also going to see some things that may surprise a lot of people too. I'm not going to say anything yet. We'll talk about this in a few weeks when things start to develop during the summer. So that's my point. Jason Tatum, as far as the Celtics goes, I don't know. Kyrie Irving, had a season-ending injury. Jason Tatum is a free agent. I'm hearing some stories that he's going to be moving on to another team. Jaylen Brown, I fucking hate the guy. I'm sorry, I hate to say it this way, but I hate the guy. Cannot play for defense for shit. Bounces that ball every time. He has the ball, it gets stolen from him. I fucking hate the guy. We need to trade him. We need to trade for something better. There's been some other stories about Paul George. Paul George would be a great addition to the Celtics, but I think he's also been taken by one of the West Coast teams, but I could be wrong. But we'll report on that later in the summertime during one of our shows and stuff. All right, so let's talk about the FIFA World Cup. FIFA World Cup, as you guys know, only happens every 4 years. So when the World Cup comes around, it's a big fucking deal, okay? And it's one of those things where, teams playing and they developed and see how many points they have. They have these round robin things. It's like a little short little league like in baseball and in basketball. And then the teams develop many points and then they decide with whoever has the most points move on to the next round of the round 16 and the round of 8 and then you have the final 4 and then you definitely have the World Cup. This year's World Cup that's been happening in Russia has been exciting. Let me tell you, it's been incredible. Argentina's out. Okay? Portugal is out. 2 formidable teams of the soccer world have been eliminated. Okay, France beating Argentina today by